Are you trying to build lean, defined abs? Well, if you're doing crunches like this or hanging leg raises like this, then this may be the reason you're not getting the results that you're looking for. I'm James Grage and I'm here at the BPI Sports Training Facility, and in this video I'm going to reveal some of the simple secrets for getting six-pack abs. So let's get to it. So let's go back to the first of the two clips. Can you figure out what I'm doing wrong here? Now, it's actually something that's very easy to correct when you understand the function of your abs. Your six-pack is made up of a muscle group called the rectus abdominis, which enables the curvature of the lower spine and the tilting of your pelvis. Now, this muscle group attaches at the bottom of the ribs, point A, and at the top of the pubic bone, point B. Now, this is important to note because when a muscle contracts, it shortens the distance between the two connecting points. So let's go back and look at the clip of the crunch. Now, as you can see, there isn't much of a change in distance between points A and B. Now, as I mentioned before, your rectus abdominis enables the curvature of your lower spine. So if your back is flat throughout the range of motion, then you aren't fully contracting the muscle. This is why a plank may be a good core stabilization exercise, but it's a poor abdominal isolation exercise. A good comparison would be doing a biceps curl like this, right? You're never gonna build great arms that way, and the same holds true for abs. It's no wonder some people think they have to do 1,000 crunches a day to get abs, which isn't true. So, to properly do a crunch, think about bringing your head towards your knees instead of up toward the ceiling. Just make sure you don't pull on your neck or head. Now, as you can see here, this now gets a nice curvature in the lower spine and brings point A and B closer together. You should now feel a greater contraction throughout your entire abdominal region. So once you've mastered proper technique, you can then add resistance into the exercise. High reps don't build your abs or burn belly fat. You build your abs the same way you would build any other body part, with resistance. But we'll talk about that more later. So let's first go back and look at that second clip of the hanging leg raises. Now, I'm sure you've seen this exercise plenty of times in the gym, as well as online and in the fitness magazines. Now, with that being said, it's totally ineffective the way you see it here. So knowing what you do now about the rectus abdominis, I bet you can already guess why. If you point out the fact that there's no shortening of the distance between point A and B, then you're 100% correct. Now, see, I told you that we would take all the mystery out of ab training. So, when lifting the legs up from an extended position to this raised position where the thighs are parallel with the ground, you're using your hip flexors and very little of your abdominals. Now, I used to get terrible low back pain when I was doing this exercise, and that's because your hip flexors attach to your femur, point A, and to the lower part of your spine, point B. So all those exercises that I thought I was doing for my lower abs were just making my hip flexors tight, which then in turn would pull on my lower spine, which was causing my back pain. So now, the hanging leg raise is actually a very effective exercise when it's done correctly. So to do it properly, we need to get that pelvis tilted up. And to do this, we're gonna eliminate this first part of the range of motion that we see here in the clip. So instead of finishing in this top position, we're gonna use that as our starting point. From there, we're gonna do a reverse crunch. Now, don't think about bringing your knees straight up toward the ceiling, but instead think about bringing them towards your head, just like we did with the crunch, but in reverse. So you can see here that we're now getting good curvature in the spine, and we're bringing points A and B closer together for maximum muscle contraction. Now, make sure you don't use momentum or swing. Start with a slow and controlled movement and then squeeze at the top before coming back to the starting position. Now, that squeeze is the most important part, so don't rush it. So now that you know what the function of your abdominals is, you can apply this exact same discipline to any ab exercise. If it doesn't meet this criteria of shortening the distance between points A and B, then it's not the best bang for your buck when it comes to building your abs. Now, in our next video, linked below, I'll share with you my ab routine that includes my favorite ab exercises that you can do at home, as well as my favorite exercises for the gym. So make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content like this on training, nutrition, supplementation, and gym motivation.